I welcome you all to the next set of creative writing or your writing skill, which is notice writing. Now, we have all noticed different notices on various public places, right? How do we actually frame it? How do we go about it to make sure that our message is being conveyed? Let's learn all about it in this module. So to begin with, what all are we going to cover up? What is a notice? Format of a notice, very important because it fetches you marks. The 5 W's of a notice, you shall know soon. The important points to remember, the marking scheme, value points, sample notice, and practice questions. So it's basically an entire platter for you right here. Let's go for it. So to begin with, what is a notice? A notice is a formal means of communication. The purpose of a notice is to announce or display information to a specific group of people. You want some certain people to know about it. For example, if your school is arranging something for grade 10, then it will be, for grade 10. So only children of grade 10 will read it. Others will overlook it. They say it's not for us. They won't even bother to go ahead what is there. So for a specific group of people. Notices are generally meant to be pinned up on specific display boards. We have, those notice boards in school, whether in schools or in public places. Notices issued by the government appear in the newspapers. So, all about it, what they actually are. Now, how do you basically frame it? What is the format of a notice? A notice should be written in the following format. The name of the organization issuing the notice, the word notice, the title notice, a heading to introduce the subject of the notice, the date, the body of the notice, and the writer's signature, name in block letters, and designation. Now, if you follow this complete format, remember, you are leaving no room, no space for the checker to cut your marks. There is no, until and unless you made a grammatical thing in your sentence, a mistake, maybe then half a mark. But then remember, if you follow this entirely, totally, completely, you have pocketed, you are going to put 5 marks into your pocket without any issues. Now, this is the format of a notice, like we already discussed before. Name of organization, office issuing the notice. So maybe right now if you're in school or in college, you write the name of that or the organization if you're working in that. The word notice in bold, caps lock. You have to write the word notice as it is. Heading, now heading depends. Maybe you've lost something, you found something, you're looking for someone, anything of that sort, the heading matters. Here will come the body of the letter. We will see what. The date, remember, in writing skills, in any creative writing, your date, the mantra is spell the month. Always when you're writing anything, you cannot write 24/9/20. No, you have to write 24th September 2020. Signature, you have to sign. Below that, you have to write your name in block letters and then your designation. Your designation may be your head boy, head girl, vice captain, whatever. As per your designation, you will do that. Now, like we said, this is the body of your letter. What should it consist of? What all should be there? So we had spoken about the 5 W's of a notice. Here they are. If you fulfill all of these 5 W's, you can never miss on anything in a notice. There will be no doubt left in the reader. Whoever reads your notice will absolutely be left with 0 doubts once they have the answer to all these 5 W's. And what are they? So, a well-written notice must inform the readers about the 5 W's. What is going to happen? That means the event. Which is the event? Where will it take place? You have to tell where is it going to take place. When will it take place? That's the date and the time. It should include of that. Who can apply or is eligible for it? Who all should go for it? Is it class 10, class 11 or everybody or just boys or just girls? Depending on your event. and whom to contact or apply to, that is the issuing authority. So if you cover up all these 5 W's, you're sorted, you're done with. Now, which are the important points to remember? Only the most important points should be written. It has to be very, very precise, very direct. Yeah. AOD, that is any other detail given in the question, right? Whatever other details are provided to you in the question, you have to make sure they are to be dealt with. One is free to add any relevant information not included in the question. Maybe there is a question which does not have something, but you feel if you add some information to it, you are free to do so. The sentences should be small, they should be short and grammatically accurate. They should be perfect. Grammatically, there should be no error. So, for example, if your event is coming up, obviously you are going to put it in the future tense. So, when they talk of grammatically, it's basically the tenses that you need to handle. They should be in the passive voice as far as possible. We are all aware by our voice, active voice and passive voice. Active voice, you can say, for example, if you want to say the sentence that the event is going to be held by the school, so if the school is organizing the event, no, the event is going to be organized by the school. That's your passive voice. So your sentences should mostly be in that. The notice should be presented within a box. Very, very, very important. You have to draw the box. If you don't draw the box, you lose your marks. You will get to know that in your marking scheme, which we shall discuss further. Still more things to remember. The word limit for a notice is 40 to 50 words. Only the words in the body of the notice are to be counted. You do not count the address, the date, all that, nothing. Only the main body of the letter, that should comprise of 50 words max. You should not exceed that limit. Information given in a notice must be clear and should not cause any misunderstanding or confusion. Obviously, it will not if you take care of the 5 W's. You will have no kind of misunderstanding or confusion for the reader. Now, the notice must be catchy and appealing. It should attract the reader's attention at once. Now, the title where we say that should be catchy. I mean, it will draw the reader's attention, right? So, immediately he will know what I'm supposed to read. This is really important. Sounds interesting. Let's go through it. And see, remember, it's just 40 to 50 words. So, nobody would really mind going through it. Increase the visual appeal of your notice by using bold letters, catchy slogans, striking words and phrases, etc. Now, you have to remember when you are writing all this, your words that you use, the vocabulary that you use to frame the body of the letter, that has to be really, really catchy. It should talk of bold letters, catchy slogans, striking words and phrases. Standard abbreviations are allowed, IST. The standard abbreviations, you are not supposed to use slang here. TTYL, talk to you later. No, that's not the case. This is a very formal communication. Now here you have the marking scheme. How important is every aspect of the notice? Now, the name of the organization, we said right on top, the name of the school, the word notice in capital only, the heading and the date. All these put together they fetch you 2 marks. Moving further, the name and designation of the person writing, half a mark. Placing the notice within a box, half a mark. See, even half a mark matters. I mean, just drawing that box also gets you half a mark. Listen, it is way important. Even half a mark can change your percentage. Content and language, 2 marks. The body, right, it gets you 2 marks. Now, adherence to the word limit is important. I told you, you are not supposed to exceed 50 words. If the candidate exceeds the word limit by 2 to 3 words, then half a mark is deducted. But if the candidate exceeds the word limit by 4 or more words, then 1 mark is deducted. You have to be ultra careful about this. You have to make sure that it is very precise. The body of your notice is so precise, but at the same time, it has taken care of all the 5 W's. Yes? So you have to write based on this. Now, the value points. Now, please remember, generally notices, these are some of the common agendas where the notice is given. Now, if you look at an article lost and found, right, that goes for your title. Of course, the word notice and organization, all that comes. You have the date, the time, the place, the identification marks, the contents, whom to contact, when and where. This is somehow giving you all the details. If your notice has this, to look after the lost and found thing, the issue, then this is all you should have. If there is a meeting being organized, then what all should be there? You should have the date, the time, the venue, agenda, purpose, who to attend, that who all should attend, contact address, and specific instructions. This is extremely, extremely useful. You could just pause and take a click so that you remember this, or easily please jot it down. It's very important. It will make your life really easy if you have this platter in front of you. Supposing you have an event which is being organized, which is going to be organized. In that case, you need to have these details in your notice: the name, the date, the occasion, time, venue, eligibility, contact address, and specific information, all about the event. If you're having a tour or a camp or an exhibition which is going to be organized and you want to write a notice based on that, in that case you have to have the name and the nature, the occasion, venue, date, the objective, that's the information, invitation, appeal, entry fee, time duration, contact address, specific instructions, which are do's and don'ts. Now tell me, if you answer all these things, do you think a reader will be left with even 0.1% doubt? No, everything is absolutely there. So you can definitely look forward to your 5 marks. Now, let's look at the sample. How crisp can a notice writing be? The Residents' Welfare Association, Green Park, is organizing a holy fiesta in the locality. As the president of the association, you have to draft a notice in not more than 50 words informing the residents about the same. Give other essential details too. Now here you have the association, you have the word notice, here you have the date where you have spelt the month, here is your title, Holy Fiesta. Now here comes your body, right? The Residents' Welfare Association is organizing a holy bash in the colony as per the following details. You have to do this, the date, time, and the venue, how is it all happening. The residents are requested to come along with their families and friends and add color to the rejoicings. Do you see? It is not exceeding your word limit. Who is it? Ravi, that's the signature, that's the name, and that's his designation. He is the president. Moving further, you have one more sample. Now, if it is the school thing happening, so you are Parthasarthi Mishra, the head boy of St. John's High School, Dalhousie. You have been asked to write a notice regarding a sports kit bag found on the school playground. Write the notice in not more than 50 words. Invent necessary details. Invent as in you come up with your own necessary details. So again, name of the school, notice, the date, spell the month, and here found a sports kit bag. Now obviously whoever has lost it, the moment he reads this, he will read the entire notice. A sports kit bag was found on the playground on 9th April 2007 during the recess period. Anyone who has misplaced a grey sports bag with huge pockets can collect it from the undersigned within 2 days, that is by 12th April 2007. And now here you do the signature, that's Parthasarthi Mishra, the name and the designation. So you see, it's very clearly, everything is mentioned. How is it? What is the bag? Whom to contact? Within how much time? Every detail has been specified. and if you see, the passive voice has been used. So yes, you have got good practice, you have got all the details, you have the entire platter in front of you. Now time for you to practice. You are going to solve these 2 questions in your book and make sure that you have taken care of all the things that you're supposed to use, all the instructions, yeah? There is going to be an intersection debate for all the students of class 8. So now the category is class 8. On the topic, tobacco companies should not sponsor sports events. Well, that's really true, they shouldn't. As the cultural secretary, draft a notice providing all the relevant details in not more than 50 words. Now, you are the cultural secretary, so this is your designation. Please remember, whenever you are doing any creative writing, read the question twice and derive all the data. Yeah, so you are going to write a notice based on this. Now, you are Krish, a student of class 8. You have lost an expensive watch in the school premises. Draft a notice to be put up on the school notice board, giving details of the watch and offering a suitable reward. Use not more than 50 words. Now, who is the writer? Who is going to draft this notice? Krish. So down you will not write your own name, you will write Krish and you will sign accordingly, and you will write you're a student of class 8, that is your designation, and the rest you will have the relevant details. So I guess all that has been furnished to you, all the details that you have been furnished with are way enough to fetch you the entire 5 marks. And so here to conclude, words can be like X-rays. If you use them properly, they'll go through anything. You read and you are pierced. Well, this is somewhere connecting to our notice writing. If you use your words very well, if you frame your notice very well, they will draw the attention of the reader and the job will be done, isn't it? So yes, wishing you all the best for drafting wonderful notices, effective notices, and making sure that you have taken care of the entire platter that has been served before you. So yeah, let's continue watching and learning.